Hey vloggers, and welcome back to another episode of Capture by Cameron. I am so excited because today we are here at Epcot for Epcot's International Festival of the Holidays 2025. Today is November 30th and this festival runs from November 28th to December 30th. So we have precisely 1 month left for you guys to come on down and check it out. Now first things first, you've got to pick up your festival passport like you do at any other festival. This is going to be your guide to all things food, drink, entertainment, and of course, for the Festival of the Holidays, we've got the cookie stroll. It's not for me, but essentially, you can go around, pick up a cookie from different stops around your travels. You'll get a stamp for each one you pick up, and then you'll get a prize at the end once you complete it. Again, like I said, I am not a sweets person. Instead, we're gonna be trying out some drinks and savory food offerings around the World Showcase. I am so excited for a couple returning and some new ones as well. Let's go on inside and check it out. My first stop is going to be the Holiday Hearth Dessert over in the Odyssey building at the start of the World Showcase. I did decide to pick up the hard cider as it did seem like the most holiday vibes for the drinks. So starting off, we have the Berlo Winter Hard Cider from Berlin, Germany, the Keels Farm Yukon Maple Bourbon Hard Cider from Plant City, Florida, and the Three Daughters Brewing Peppermint Hard Cider from St. Petersburg, Florida. So let's go ahead and give these a little taste. We're gonna start with what I think would be the best tasting, which would be the Winter Hard Cider. It does kind of just taste like a hard cider that has a tinge of cinnamon, so it's got that kind of wintry vibe to it. It's not bad, but it's a little sweet for me. Next is gonna be the Maple Bourbon Hard Cider, which I think is gonna be the sweetest out of the three, but it does sound intriguing. It is sweet, but it's actually not as sweet as the first one. It's got a nice appley bite to it, and then you can definitely taste the sweetness from the maple. I don't hate that, actually. And then the one that I'm most spooked for, but kind of excited for, is gonna be the Peppermint Hard Cider from St. Petersburg, Florida. It's got this deep red color. And it's got like a tiny bit of apple flavor. It kind of just tastes like watery peppermint with apple, but it's actually the less sweet out of the three. I actually quite enjoy this. Great holiday start to the World Showcase. Let's head towards Mexico and see what we can find. All right, we made a game time decision to head towards Canada to the refreshment port to pick up the turkey poutine. Now this is sweet potato fries with turkey, gravy, cranberry relish, and crispy onions for $9.50. I also picked up the Keels Farms Cinnamon Sugar Donut Hard Cider for $12.50. I'm a little bit nervous about this cider because it does sound super sweet, but I mean, cinnamon sugar donut, we had to try it out. Now you are only able to get the 20 ounce, which is not ideal. There's a bee. Because I'm not sure what it's gonna taste like. But first, let's dive into this poutine. It looks absolutely delicious. It is a huge portion here. Let's see. Let's get some fries, some gravy, some turkey, crispy onion, a little bit of that cranberry. That is Thanksgiving leftovers in a dish. So good. This is definitely shareable. It's a big portion size, but it's filled with all of your Thanksgiving favorites. We got tons of turkey meat here, lots of those crispy green onions, cheese curds, obviously it's poutine, and of course those yummy, crispy sweet potato fries smothered in salty, savory gravy. Moving on. All right, you guys, it is time to dive into the hard cider here. This is the Cinnamon Sugar Donut for $12.50. Now it is a one size option. So it's 20 ounces. So I'm really hoping I'm gonna like this. Don't have high hopes for it. Here we go. It tastes and smells like the cinnamon wax melts from Yankee Candle, which is not great. And it is very sweet. Now, I am the only one to blame here because it did say cinnamon sugar donut. So obviously it's gonna be sweet. It's not awful. This is gonna be a tough one to get through, but definitely if you're passing by, I would grab the turkey poutine. I'm gonna power through the cider and let's see what we can find next. Now I am gonna skip over Canada just because we did stop here. But Canada has some really great options and unique porters this year. They've got the 81 Bay Brewing Co. Peanut Butter Banana Porter. And then the Collective Arts Brewing Brown Sugar Coffee Porter. And then they've got some frozen Joffrey's coffee and whiskey drinks over there. If I was with my sister, she would be trying this because she loves a porter, but I do not. But again, let's power through this and move on. All right, you guys, let's make our way over into France for the Le Marché de Noël Holiday Kitchen. We are coming over here to pick up my absolute favorite beverage of the Festival of the Holidays, which is going to be the frozen hot chocolate martini. This is vodka, cocoa, and whipped cream blended all into this beautiful frozen beverage. Now today it is a little on the hotter side, so it's giving a little bit more chocolate milk, and I know I am contradicting myself because all I've talked about so far is how much I hate sweet drinks, and here we are getting a hot chocolate frozen martini. So anyway, it is a non-skip here at the festival, and usually it's a little bit on the colder side while we're here in the 50s, but today it is high 70s into the 80s, so it's the perfect time to pick this beverage up. Now it is giving a little bit of chocolate milk, like I said, on the melty side, but I'm sure it's going to have that great flavor that we know and love from prior festivals. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. It is that same great flavor, but it is not frozen. Unfortunately, it came out of the machine non-frozen, actually. It just looked like a chocolate milk, but I'm not mad at it because it is still very chilled and feels very refreshing on this hot day. If there's a beverage that you cannot skip here at the festival, it is going to be the frozen hot chocolate martini over in France. All right, you guys, we have passed through Morocco and the surrounding booths, made our way over into Japan because I am so excited to try this new strawberry bun. Now, this is a soft pink dessert bao containing sweet strawberry cream filling finished with a light coconut sauce. Now, I usually do opt for the sushi tree roll, but I have had that in festivals past, so I did want to try this out because it is a new festival item this year. This is what it is looking like. Really great size, a nice pink flavor, and you can see that coconut cream on the bottom. Let's go ahead and bite on in. Really great filling. It's like a warm strawberry custard-y almost filling with the nice pillowy texture from the bun, and then that strawberry custard inside. And it is pretty big for the price. Let's try to get some of that coconut cream at the bottom here. All those flavors mixed together is just a party in the mouth. I mean, it is sweet, it is slightly tart, and I think it really needed that hint of coconut cream that they have at the bottom of the dish here. Not a dessert person, but this is actually really good. I would go out of my way for this because this is absolutely delicious. Again, a mix of the sweetness, the tart from the strawberry, and then that coconut cream really balances everything out. Out of 10, I'm giving this like an 8.5. Pick this up. All right, you guys, we are gonna breeze through America, Italy, Germany, and Africa, headed right on over to China and then into Mexico to try some things that I've had my eyes on since this festival opened this year. But today, I think I've had enough and I just want a couple more bites and or drinks. So let's head on over in that direction and finish out our day here. Okay, you guys, we made it into the China Pavilion. I am back here. I found a shaded spot in this little phone booth section just so I could step out of the sun. But we have picked up the vegetable spring rolls with a citrus sauce, along with the Brew Hub Year of the Dragon, which is a dragon fruit lager from Lakeland, Florida. Let's dive on in and try it out. This is what they are looking like. I'll give you two pretty good size spring rolls here. Great crunch, great filling. Let me get a little taste of the sauce here. And that is a citrus sauce. It's a little tangy and it really pairs well with the savoriness of this spring roll. Another really great shareable dish. 9.5 out of 10. Okay, I believe this beer was called something else on the actual menu outside because it said it was from China. Whereas this one says Brew Hub Year of the Dragon, which I don't think is the one I got. 6 ounce from China. So we're gonna go with this because I'm pretty sure that's what it was because it was from China, not from Lakeland, Florida. Got the 6 ounce. Oh, it's really nice and light. It was a lager, but it's a really nice, light, refreshing beer, especially on this hot day. I am really loving this little shade break here. So just a nice little tip. If you're over in China and it's a million degrees, head straight on back. There is a little phone booth, and I don't think people use phone booths these days, or at least to my knowledge. So it's empty. It's a little echoey in here, but it is right out of the sun. There's a slight breeze coming through, and it's a great way to enjoy your beer and your spring roll. All right, you guys, we have made it to our last stop. Ending strong here at the Las Posadas Holiday Kitchen, aka Mexico. We have picked up the Holiday Cerveza. This is a Mexican artisanal craft lager with blackcurrant liqueur. Nervous about this one, but let's go ahead and dive on in. Now, this was the 6 ounce for $7 flat. It's looking a little dark. Let's see if we wrapped up the festival on a good note with this last drink from Mexico. Not as bad as I was thinking. The blackcurrant liqueur really had me a little spooked, but it's actually quite fruity. I don't mind it at all. It has a tinge sweetness from the afternotes, but all in all, this is actually a pretty good beer. I was nervous about the margarita offerings that they had. Maybe we'll have to come back and try those later. But after everything we've tried today, I thought it was safe to stick to a beer, and I'm glad we did because I'm not hating this. What a great way to wrap up the festival. All right, you guys, as I was exiting the park here, totally forgot to mention that I was here the other night with the family, and we checked out the Favorites of Festivals Pass booth, which is an absolute must not skip. It had some absolutely delicious bites. I'm gonna insert the footage right now. We had the Reuben croquettes, which is made with pastrami, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese with a Thousand Island dipping sauce, and this is absolutely fried to perfection. Super crispy, hot, and it had all the flavors that you would expect out of the Reuben. We also picked up the brown sugar and mustard glazed ham sliders. This was with a cranberry and apple coleslaw on a delicious sweet Hawaiian roll. Now, these were standouts for me. Would not want to miss. All right, you guys, we are ending it right where we started it, back up at the front. Now, this is such a fun day. We tried so many foods. I think I'm going to explode. The food, the drink were delicious. But I am so excited for Festival of the Arts, one of my favorite festivals of all time. But again, thank you guys so much for joining me along this way. Comment down below what your favorite food and drink item is from this specific festival and what you're looking forward to in the next festival. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. It really does help, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.